Leeds United need a little bit more firepower in this transfer window. Joel Piroux did get the Golden Boot last season and scored plenty, but stylistically he didn't seem the most comfortable throughout the last season, and to be honest, I feel like it's probably good to have multiple options up top that can do a job for you anyway. So this transfer market is going to be an absolute must for this, and the thing is you want to spend your money quite intelligently. Thankfully, the Whites have had a big boost in our hunt for a quality forward, as it turns out a Leeds United target has a fairly reasonably priced release clause. Good God, I'm tired. Sorry about that. Anyway, before we get into that, I am going to just give a quick shout out to the charity match, the Leeds Creator Cup. It's on the 20th of July. You can get your tickets at leadscreatorcup.com, happening at the John Charles Centre for Sport. It's going to be a fantastic day with all of your favourite creators. It would be fantastic to see as many of you there as possible. And if you get your ticket before the 31st of May, then you'll be entered into a raffle to win a customised shirt from one of the teams. So that'd be absolutely fantastic. Hope to see you there. Link down below. Anyway, let's get into the player that we are talking about, and I'm going to start with just a little bit of discussion about what the release clause actually means. So this varies a little bit depending on the release. Okay, on the release clause that you are specifically looking at. So some will be release clauses that are only applicable for Champions League clubs or clubs in the division above you or something along those lines, whereas others, like the one that we're dealing with here, are applicable to any club that is able to pay it, which is absolutely fantastic because Leeds United are considering signing Vladislav Vanat, who is currently a player at Dynamo Kyiv. That is because of the Russia-Ukraine war. Kyiv, not Kiev, because apparently Kiev is like the Russian version, so I'm trying to avoid that. But if I get that wrong, shout at me. Go for it. He is a centre forward that is just 23 years old, but seems to be a very, very good player, and you can tell that by his recent performances. I brought up some of his stats on my second monitor, so I'm just going to talk you through them. This season, he has played a total of 27 matches, in which he's gotten just over 2,000 minutes. In that time, he's managed to score 17, he's gotten 3 assists. He seems to be a ridiculously good player, and in his career so far, he's managed to rack up 46 goals in spite of only playing properly professional football for 4 years. Considering that's happened between the ages of 19 and 22, 23, that's insane. So this guy very, very clearly has a high ceiling ahead of him, and I think will presumably reach that ceiling. He seems to be someone that whenever I've seen clips of him, because I've been deliberately taking a look at him just to have an idea of who it is that we have an interest in, he seems quite good in terms of movement. Obviously, he's got the deadly finishing, and he feels like he sort of links up play reasonably well as well. So it feels like he would blend into the system very, very nicely. But the big question that a lot of people will have around this is what a move for Van Aert would cost. In terms of the amount he would expect to be paid, I don't believe it will be that high. The Ukrainian Premier League, I believe, is what it's called at the moment, but I will have to check that. Is not the wealthiest division for very obvious reasons. It's got a little bit of Champions League money coming into it, I think, still, but it's not in a position where it is able to sell its TV rights all over the place because war, which means that it tends to be reasonably easy to sort of outpay them in terms of wages. When it comes to the transfer fee itself, the release clause is estimated to be at approximately, I'm going to get the number exactly right, £16.8 million. That's not bad at all, in my opinion. I believe 20 million euros off the top of my head, which is a fairly sensible sum of money for a club in Ukraine to receive, and a fairly sensible sum of money for a club in England to pay. Because in terms of what we could expect to get, we are currently looking at a player that is in a division that is not too bad. It's fairly decent sides in the Ukrainian Premier League, and is just banging them in. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you are in the English or Ukrainian Premier League, the goal looks the same. And you're trying to get it around goalkeepers that are roughly the same size and defenders that are roughly the same size. If this guy is bagging them in the Ukrainian Premier League, I have no reason to firmly believe that he won't do it in the English Premier League. And he's still very young. He's incredibly young, which means that he's got plenty of space ahead of him where he can just grow and grow and grow and become an absolute star player. Currently, just going to double check. Yeah, He's very comfortably on for the Golden Boot in the Ukrainian Premier League. I think they've only got one game left in the season, and he is 4 goals clear of the top scorer from any other team. I feel like it's his time to make a move to somewhere that isn't Ukraine. I'm just going to see how long he's got left in his contract, actually, because that could be of interest as well. But he's in that age group. Contract's got 2 years as well. So if he gives it one more year, it's easy to see why valuations will drop and all that kind of stuff. For me, it's the perfect time for him to make a move. We're in the perfect position to make a move for someone like him, who is up and coming and trying to make an impact, like Rafinha was, as a good example of someone around the same price point, and ultimately make an impact. The next banner that I put down for myself is it a good move? But I feel like I've basically answered that as I've gone, because I think it absolutely is. He's the sort of player that has a ridiculously high ceiling and is doing everything you could possibly ask of them in a reasonably strong league that also has Champions League football. In terms of looking at what he's played this season, 27 and 17, sorry, 17 and 27 in the Premier League. He's managed to score in the Europa League. In the Champions League qualifiers, he scored 2 with 2 assists. In the Ukrainian Cup, he's got 3 goal involvements in 3 games. For me, his numbers are absolutely ridiculous, in the same way that these numbers are absolutely ridiculous, because under 40% of you are subscribed. Guys, let's fix that. If you're not subscribed yet, the button's down here. It's quick and easy. Give it a bop. Thank you. Anyway, in essence, I believe the move for Vladislav Lavana is one that we absolutely should be doing. It makes sense. He's a very, very, very good player, very, very affordable price point, and this is the kind of stuff that I want to see us do. Find bargains from sort of secondary markets that aren't the big ones. They're not top 5 leagues. They're somewhere that not everyone is looking, and because we are looking, we can find the gems. I hope we get it done. If we don't, we'll be fine, but I'm optimistic. However, at the end of the day, as always, that is all just what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. It's always massively appreciated. Make sure you are getting your tickets for the Leeds Creator Cup, because it is going to be a fantastic day. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. There'll be multiple raffles as well on the day for various other prizes, but you need to be in before the 31st of May to try to get that customized shirt one. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to all of this. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, become a channel member. It's $2.99 for a month, and you get videos like this one early. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you later. Toodaloo. And oh my god, it is so funny that Manchester United lost to Spurs. Like, Spurs not winning a trophy is a meme, and I quite liked that meme. But I honestly think we could finish above Scum next season. Keep Amarim. Amarim's great. You need to retain that guy. It's only going to go well for you. See you later.